It's Friday night pint, and we have so much to talk about in the world of West Ham. The Paqueta saga drags on after me and Nikki both did videos slating him. It came out that he was, in fact, in training. He hadn't gone on strike. And then I did a video on here, and I said, my bad. You know what I mean? I shouldn't jump the gun, all of that. And then the club came out and said, no, he did go on strike and he is forcing a move and his people. So that's all over the place. We've been linked with a move for N'Golo Kante. Bloody Andy Irving could possibly be getting a surprise move to Sparta Prague. And Callum Wilson is looking for a release. Yep, looking to push for his release so he can go to Saudi. And much, much more. So listen, lads, it's a packed one. Lots to get stuck in. I don't know, mate. First of all, we'll start with the pleasantries. I mean, how are you? All good? You both happy and jolly? And
yeah, all good.
Enjoying 2026 so far?
Not really.
No,
if I'm honest.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's apart from obviously West Ham. Everything else is good in life.
Football aside.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. The thing is, right, let's get straight into it. I want to start with Ryan because obviously we've been chatting in the group chat. Me and Nikki have done videos, so I kind of know where you stand. But like I said, it's just been conflicting report after conflicting report on is he forcing the move? Is he gone on strike or isn't he? And there's talks now that he won't be available for the Spurs game. He's campus saying he's got a back injury. The club are saying they don't buy it. Like, what the hell is going on, mate?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see tomorrow when that team news comes out, whether he's in it. But look, the thing is with Lucas Paqueta, I've got to give him. Look, we knew he was going to leave the club anyway, and the fact that he wants to go back to Brazil and only Brazil must be for sort of family reasons. He might want to bring his kids up there. He could go to Chelsea wanted him, Tottenham wanted him, Villa wanted him. He could have easily turned around and said, no, I want to go there. But if he's got his heart set on going back to Brazil, then, yeah, fair play to him. And I know they're talking about doing some sort of deal where we get 40 million and then we can loan him back. If we can get that deal done, that'll be a perfect deal for both parties, I think.
Apparently he's against it. That was the latest report I saw, is that he just wants to go to Brazil. There's
so many reports coming around this week. I don't really know what to believe. Like, as you said, 1 minute he's refusing to train, then he's training. Apparently we didn't train anyway on Monday and Tuesday after the cup game. So, yeah, I'm just like, if we can get that, if it's true with a deal with a loan option, then I'm all for that. We're guaranteed 40 million at the end. He goes back to Brazil. We get a happy Lucas Paqueta for the last few months of the season, and we try to stay up.
Yeah, that's the ideal scenario. Yeah, go on, Nick.
He's a coward in my eyes. Fucking coward. He's shitting himself. Don't want to be here for the fucking mess that he's created. Wants to go back to Brazil. Don't fancy it anymore. Don't want the Premier League. Listen, I know he went through a lot of shit with what he went through and all of that, but that weren't our fucking fault. That was his fault. He put himself in that position. He was involved with them people. That weren't our fault. It wasn't nothing to do with West Ham. It wasn't nothing to do with the fans. It wasn't nothing to do with the club. Nothing like that, right? And then all of a sudden, the club have said that he wants to leave and he wants to sell him and he wants to do it in the summer and he's giving it all of this and the thingy, gets in a relegation battle, all of a sudden he wants to go home right now. Fucking coward. Don't want him at this football club. Don't fuck loaning him back. Just get as much money as you can for him, get him out. Because you don't want people like that around your football club when you're in a fucking mess like you are. And let's be honest, right? The fucking mess that he put himself in has been one of the reasons why we find ourselves in this mess, because a fit, healthy and fucking mentally stable Lucas Paqueta doesn't let you get into this mess. He's too good of a player. But it's not our fault. It's his fault. He's cost us money. He's cost us games. Fucking a couple of games, to be quite honest with you. He's cost us his form. And he can fuck off. So as far as I'm concerned, because I don't want people like that at the football club. Don't care how good he is. Don't care what sort of position we're in. I don't even care whether it's the fucking nail in the coffin that sends us down, because we're pretty much fucking there with him in it anyway. So he can fuck off. He can go back to Brazil, and I never want to see the geezer again.
Yeah, I mean,
until he starts tomorrow and scores the winner at Spurs.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
well, yeah. Salish says if he scores a hat trick tomorrow, will you celebrate?
And the thing is, I do agree with that. I'm in the camp where I don't really give a shit. If he stays, he stays. He goes, he goes. I don't care. Like, do you know, if we can get rid of him this transfer window and replace him, then yeah, I'm all for that. Of course I am. Like, he don't want to be here. As you said, he don't seem like he's up for the fight. If we can get the good amount of money for him and hopefully bring someone in to replace him in this transfer window, or not. I mean, let's be honest, with his form and the way he's been playing, he's not going to be that hard to replace, really. You only need someone to come in and get 2 assists in their first few games, and they're better than what he's done in the last 60.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, to me, and I've said this before, even if we don't replace him, from what I'm hearing, even if he's not gone on strike, whoever you want to believe, I think it's a detriment having someone like that with that mindset. Even if you, like Nick said, loaned him back. It's just another player that he's thinking, yeah, I'm gone in the summer. Like, he hasn't shown that he's willing to dig in and fight. You know, there was talks about, he did go into training, but he's training on his own and all of this. And there's just something wrong there. And I think he's probably one of the bad apples in the dressing room that are bringing the vibe down, bringing the atmosphere down, and just moving him on would probably be the best thing for everyone. So, look, if he has gone on strike and refused to play, like, I'm fully with Nicky on all of it. If he hasn't and he just wants that, then I kind of agree with Nick. He's a coward. Like, I'm not as vehemently, like, I just think, yeah, you're a coward. Move on. See you later. Either way, he's got to go. Like, with all this, and I said this, we did an FNP real quick. Remember, we did that. I think it was December, November, and he come out and he did some sort of interview, and he talked about, you know, potentially leaving and wanting to go back representing. And I remember saying, like, I said at the time, I just want him gone. I'm so sick of all the links, all the talk every single time about this geezer wanting to leave. And here we are in a January transfer window, and it's same again. So all the people that say, oh, it's Sullivan lies, if you think it's Sullivan lies, that's fine. But the end of the day, I don't believe Sullivan's saying the geezer wants out and he's trying to get a move, and that's not true. The end of the day, whatever you believe, he wants out at a pivotal moment. When he told us earlier on in the season before that, I'm here with the club for the season, I'm willing to fight, all of that stuff, and help the club, and I love the club. He said that, and now he's gone back on it months later. So he can go, regardless of where we get a replacement.
Let me just say, look, take this comment quickly. Look, you're not fans, you're club stooges talking nonsense. We're club stooges, us. Fucking hell. If you think we're club stooges, fuck me. You want to see Sean Wexton, you'd think he was a fucking...
This is the thing. What? So criticising Paqueta is defending Sullivan or being a club stooge when we've come out and talk about him more than anyone.
Sullivan is a fucking clown. Sullivan's the biggest clown of the lot, right? But Lucas Paqueta, listen, I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is, right? And it could be fucking Jared Bowen. It could be fucking Billy Bonds. It could be Bobby Moore. It could be fucking Declan Rice. It could be any of them, right? Anyone that's fucking come. If they want to leave the football club is bigger than anybody, right? The football club, as a fan base, they are bigger than anybody. Doesn't matter. We've had these players come in and go out. Players come in, want to leave, and fuck off. We've always been there for 120.
We've seen it with Dimitri Payet, Marko Arnautovic.
Yeah,
two players there that we fell in love with, and then they went out of the football club.
It doesn't matter.
This is what happens in football.
It's not a Sullivan thing to say, well, this guy keeps doing interviews about wanting to leave. He keeps being linked with a move, so I want him gone. That's not a pro-Sullivan thing. Like, that's I want players that want to play for my football club thing.
I don't take to players that come to this football club, right? And I've never taken to them. Come to this football club, and the first thing they're talking about is leaving and where they're going to go next. You've done it. Never took to him. You know, diff to oh yeah, I'm here. I'm glad to be in the Premier League. I don't want you to say I'm glad to be here in the Premier League. I want you to say I'm glad to be here playing for West Ham United, because that is my dream. It's your dream. I'm sure it's your dream, and you're living my fucking dream. And to say, oh yeah, it's great to be here in the Premier League. Fuck the Premier League. Who the fuck wants to play in this fucking poxy league anyway? Apart from the fact that they pay so much money. It's the most boring fucking league. It's turned into the most boring fucking league in the football. The only thing that's fucking good about this league is the fucking supporters. That's the only thing good about it. Everything else, the branding of it, the fucking selling of it, the way it's fucking run, the way it's fucking corrupted, everything about it is fucking diabolical. It's you know, apart from this, it ain't got fuck all, this league anymore. It used to have fucking passion in it. It used to have a bit of fucking fight in it. It's fucking boring. Absolutely boring. Go to these football games. I'm bored out my fucking skull. Go back and look at the fucking early 2000s, the way they used to play football then. It is a boring, fucking shit, corrupt league. The only reason they want to come to it is money. And I don't want people coming here to play in the Premier League. I want people coming here to play for West Ham United. And if you're Lucas Paqueta, Brazil's number fucking 10, or Pele, Brazil's number 10, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You don't want to play for my football club, well, fuck off and let someone else play for them. Because that's all I'm interested in. That's all I'm interested in.
But the problem is, I think it's fine you can have a player like Lucas Paqueta, right? You can have them. But the problem is when you manage a club so badly, you get in the shit. Like, you don't want them players when you're in the shit. Like, if we sold Paqueta for 85 mil, you know, a few years ago to Man City, then that's a great bit of business. That's a great signing. We've brought this player in, right? He's come in, done all right, and we've made a profit on him. And then that's a healthy football club, how you're running it. But the problem is we bring in these players in and we crash and burn, and we've got a load of players that are overpaid and don't want to be here and aren't willing to dig in for the fight. That's the issue. We're just not a well-run football club. And that's why we get into this situation time and time again, where people go, yeah, I don't fancy this. Like, whereas if you can sell, say Rice, you know what I mean? Whatever I feel about him, we kind of sold him in a good place, right? We never replaced him, but we just won the Conference League and we were still in Europe, right? That was a good time to sell it. We weren't in a situation where we're fighting for relegation. He's trying to push a move and we've had to sell him like now. Like, we're in a good position technically in the league. Not good in terms of how we replaced him, but we sold him for a good bit of money and we had a chance to invest and kick on. We didn't do that. And that's the issue. And Paqueta's the opposite situation.
Well, Paqueta, right, let me just put it this way, right? Paqueta, he could have gone for £85 million, right? A couple of years ago. FA put all these charges against him, right? Dragged it out for a couple of years, come up, they've got not enough evidence, right? Disgusting what they've done to him, right? But answer me this. Why has he never sued them? Why have the club never sued the FA? Because there's something there. There's something there, and he got away with it, and he don't want to fucking rock the boat. Because if he rocks the boat and starts appealing and suing people, they'll open the fucking case back up, and they'll find something. There's something there, right? It ain't right. That's the reason he wants to fuck off back to Brazil, because he knows that somewhere along the line, something's going to come up, and he's going to be found fucking guilty, and that's his fucking career over. It should have been his career over anyway. He dodged the bullet. Yeah, I just read that in there. He dodged the bullet. Right, he ain't gonna go and reload the fucking gun.
Dodged it.
Huh?
I think City the one that dodged the bullet, not him. No, you mean with the FA?
Yeah, he dodged the bullet. Right, he ain't gonna go back and reload the fucking gun to give him another shot. That's the thing. That's why he wants to fuck off. That's why. And you know, listen, Sullivan would sue anybody. The fact that they ain't gone to the FA, right? Just remember this. Remember Michael Owen when he got injured playing for England when he was playing for Newcastle. The Newcastle went back and sued the FA for the fucking transfer fee they had to pay for him, right? They sued him, yeah, got it, right? Why hasn't the club gone and tried to sue the FA? They're losing, even if they sold him now for 35 million, they're losing 50 million pounds.
So you think he's guilty and he got away with it?
He got away with it. He knows he got away with it. The club know he got away with it. He was lucky. That's why he wants to fuck off back to Brazil as quickly as he fucking can. Because as I said before, there's something looming now, and they could reload the fucking gun. There's a reason.
I think you're saying that out of anger, mate. To be honest, I don't. If they had that 2 years they was on that case, so they would have found something. I know, like obviously emotions and that, but it's harsh now because I remember when he got let off, you know, we was all sitting there how happy we was, but now that he wants to go and you're saying he's guilty, it don't sound that good if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think I maintain what I said. I think the FA would try. Listen, I think he probably didn't do himself any favors. I think because obviously there were some bets from his family on his island. Now, do I think that he got them to make these bets and stuff like that for that price? I don't think so. But he wasn't smart. And if you've got family and there's rules like that, he should have been a better communicate with them and made sure it didn't happen. So I do think he takes some of the blame for getting himself in it, but I don't necessarily think he was guilty. Pavan, let me try and read this. Pavan Mahal Foundation. There we go. 94. It's when it's all one word. 9467549 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate you. It's time for Paqueta to move on, and if Bowen wants it to, then let it be. We will come back even stronger. I love the optimism, mate, but I think you're right. Like, whoever wants out at the end of the day, as long as we get taken care of in the transfer fee, then goodbye. You know, like, it's just, especially down here. Like, if we're up in Europe, you know what I mean, that's a different story. But when you're down in the mud, you can't have these type of players in you because it's dragging you down. I feel like he's weighing us down with his attitude. So like I said, it's time to go.
There's a lot of bad apples in that fucking dressing room, mate. I'll be honest with you. I think there's a lot of not nonsense going on in that dressing room, and it doesn't bode well. Listen, you always find this with clubs in the position we're in. Let's be honest, on paper, we shouldn't be in the position we're in, but we're not playing on paper. We're playing on fucking grass. Right, in terms of the first 11, we shouldn't be in the position we're in.
Now you fucking say that. Now you say that, you bastard.
What do you mean?
When I sat there and you was like, on paper, we've got a better team than Leeds, and I said we don't play on paper, we play on grass, and you was like, change your tune.
What's it fucking proved damn right day? Is it again?
Yeah, it is. You know what we call them, Nick? Flip flops, mate. That's what that is.
I don't even get that out. That stinks. I can smell it from here.
Try and deflect. Grave digger, I think that's gravy, isn't it? Says, I think Lucas Paqueta should sit in goal.
I'll take that one because that was if you'd have watched the Foley show the other day, right? The geezer come on.
Oh yeah,
the geezer come on, right? Go back and watch it, right? Go back and watch it. The geezer come on. He logs in. And I swear, no one knew what he said. And I swear he just went, Lucas Paqueta should go and goal. I went, what? And he just logged off.
Oh, my God. That went straight. When I see that, I was like, oh, he's just slagging him off. That went over my head. Now he's like, yeah, that geezer, mate. He just...
I just think with this Paqueta situation, it just adds to, like, what a shambles of a season it's been, like, the last couple of years. And the quicker we can get it sorted out. Look, we all, as I said at the beginning, we all knew he was going to leave at the end of the season. We knew that. It's just like, if we were sitting in the top 8 now and he wanted to do it, I don't think it would feel as bad. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's the issue. Is we're down and out. You know what I mean?
So many Tottenham fans out there, you was talking shame on you, disgusting your abuse of Paqueta. Call yourself a true fan. I am a true fan.
Shame.
I am a true fan. Cool. Let's have a look at Paqueta because I'm not abandoning us halfway through the fucking season when we're about to go down. I've been supporting this football club for 42 years.
Yeah, like that's the thing. We're West Ham fans, right? Nick, he's a West Ham fan. He's not a Lucas Paqueta fan. He's not a Jared.
Fuck anyone that don't want to play for this football club.
Yeah,
I've got pictures here of people that fucking, mate, they ain't got half the talent he's got, but they've fucking got twice the bollocks. You've got photos here, Billy Bonds, fucking Ludo McCloskey and all that. People that actually wanted to play for the fucking football club. They're the people that I'm going to put on my wall when it fucking comes to it. When we're putting stuff up, look at the stuff around Ryan there. Look at the players around Ryan now in the pictures. I'm not going to be putting Lucas fucking Paqueta's picture up. That's for fucking sure.
I keep hearing about Paqueta's talent and his skill, and like I said, I haven't seen it enough. I've seen glimpses, I've seen little flicks and tricks here and there. In fact, I've seen some, a bit of decent defensive work, but I haven't seen anything to say, well, all these other players, aren't anywhere near his level of talent. Like, he just hasn't done it. Like I said, he made that great pass in the final. His best season, 4 goals, 6 assists. Whoopsie fucking doodah. Right? I'm sorry. I'm not seeing
great players with great talent don't need other people to make themselves look fucking good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't see that with. I'm not seeing this Dimitri Payet regen that other people see. I don't see that kind of player there. Thank you to Chris, by the way, for a $1.99 blank super chat. If you do want to follow up with just a regular comment, not a super chat, Chris, so we can read that out if you did want to say anything. If not, we just appreciate the support. Gareth Hunt says, should have sold him in the summer. He hasn't been the same player since FA charges. And after his little one more time, I just thought, get rid of him now. His heart was never going to be in it. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree completely. Paulie Walnut says, Nicky, you came on the screen on Sky Sports during our last home word doing a crossword. Is it? I see your
flag. I just can't spell.
Yeah. Matt says, chaps, the video you retweeted of the legend singing Bubbles, was that AI? Oh, right. No, that wasn't.
No, that definitely weren't AI, because me and Nicky was in the video.
Yeah.
It was some AI video. Yeah, it was a music video that was filmed on Monday for a new song coming out. Yeah, so I can't really say much at the moment, but it's not us singing it, by the way. Yeah, so no, it definitely wasn't AI.
Do you know what? This is the world we live in now. Everything you see, you just kind of got to look at it and go, that might be AI. You just got to assume everything's fucking AI. People might watch this and think we're AI. Like, you just don't know. You just don't know. That's the world we live in.
It does look like AI.
So Mark says, I'm bored with all the Paqueta talk. Is there anything else? Yes, there is, Mark, and we will move on to that right now, because we're bored of it, but it's a big thing that's happening in the club. But I know how you feel, Mark. Lukey Malden, hey, shout out to Luke. I think that's Luke Malden. $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Luke. Hope you're keeping well, mate. On the pitch, do you think we miss Antonio before the crash? I saw him in the Ivy and asked him to do the hammers for a pick. I'm guessing that he did it. Great show as always. Cheers, Luke. Hope you're keeping well. I think we kind of everything how this team played and set up kind of was built to play towards an Antonio type of player. So I don't think as much as he was sort of ineffective before the car crash, I think to a certain degree we do miss that type of player, especially with the managers that we've had since and the players that we've got. So I would say yes. What about you guys?
I mean, he's one of them ones where, listen, he used to drive me fucking insane, Antonio, at times. Like, he used to drive me mad, and then he'd go for a long period. Listen, I think he was, before the crash, yeah, you'd take him, but there's a reason no one signed him up after he's been released after the crash. But yeah, we do miss that type of player. Like, it's
wow. He didn't want to do the hammers sign. He's not happy with the club, is he? He's not happy with it. What does he expect? No club wanted him. I believe they wanted to give him some sort of cut price deal because he was $100,000 a week. So I wanted to give him a little cheap bit of money so he can stay at the club, have a nice way out. And he weren't happy with that and bet on himself, and he lost that bet. And he's gone to club to club to club. No one wants him. And he's in a situation where he can't even do the hammers sign for the fans. It's not a Sullivan, it's the fans. You couldn't do that with a West Ham fan. I think that's poor. What about you guys?
Yeah, that is poor.
Yeah. It is a shame. I mean, the
10
way his
years
career
at the club, trophy.
Yeah, the way his career ended with us was obviously not what he wanted, but he's probably bitter, and then obviously he has gone on to try. I think a deal fell through a couple of weeks ago with Leicester City because he pulled up in training. as I said, when the accident happened, I think he should have retired straight away. You know, there's no point. He's earned enough money through football. You know, he can have a good career in the media. I don't see why he wants to put his body through it. I know all football players hate retiring and they want to carry on forever, but unfortunately, you know, what happened to him, it was just, yeah, it was a sad way to leave the football club and end his career, but that's life.
We didn't do it.
No, you know, it is what it is, mate. I had an accident at 24. I could have been playing for West Ham.
Can you imagine?
That grey-bearded old fella on Claret and Booze, fucking hell, this makes him sound like Father Christmas. Got it spot on regarding Lucas Paqueta, and Stelios done good content on him also. I cannot fathom the hatred you and the fans have for Lucas. Listen, it's a game of opinions. And listen, I know what Nick's opinion is, but Nick's got different opinions on different other things. Like, you know, he was really he's been anti every fucking manager that we've got. He's never given anyone a chance. And I know he likes Lucas, and I know Stelios likes Lucas, but that's down to them. That's not my opinion of him. You know, because that content matches your opinion of him, it doesn't mean that's what I think of him. I don't care. I don't care who he is. I don't care that he's Brazil's number 10. If it was Andy Irving doing the same thing, they wouldn't fucking say the same things out.
It's the shittest Brazil team in the history of Brazil teams, by the way.
I'm just saying, like, people get mesmerised because we've got Brazil's number 10 and it's some sort of status symbol. Fuck it. I don't give a shit who they are. If they don't want to play for West Ham, they don't want to play for West Ham. Can't stand the geezer. Want him to go. I haven't been able to stand the geezer for a long time, if I'm honest.
The thing is, Sam, right, and I'm assuming you're a West Ham fan, you got to separate being a fan of a club to being a fan of the player. We do this player. So many fan bases. I see it. Player FC. You know, I'm all in on this football player. I'm sorry, but if you want out of my club, then goodbye. I'm a West Ham fan first and foremost before I'm a Paqueta fan, before I'm a Bowen fan, an Areola fan, a Somerville fan, like whoever it is, I'm a West Ham fan first. So you coming here and getting offended on behalf of a player that wants out is pretty negative. And I would say one thing, Nick, I think he has got white hair, but I don't think he's an old fella. I don't think he's sort of like, you know, Philip. I don't want to compare him to Philip Schofield, but Philip Schofield had he had white hair like for at a young age. I'm saying, like, you can tell
Nick at Claret and Booze. He's only 28.
Yeah, it's 28.
Well, you can see, like, he's not wrinkled in the face. Like, he happens to have white hair and beard, you know, and he's called him an old fella.
Yeah, but that's his opinion on him. Like, going back to the opinion, that's his opinion on him. If he likes him, some people like the status of it. You know what I mean? You know, me and Dan have different opinions on Declan Rice. I was upset when Rice went. He didn't care. You know, it doesn't mean that his content's right and mine's wrong. I give my opinion on, and everyone here gives their opinion on what they think about it. And I think that he should fuck off. If you don't want to be here.
I just think with Lucas Paqueta, there's no denying, yeah, he's a good player, but I don't think he's that hard to replace. I think there's a lot of players out there that could come in and do a better job than what he's done for us. And people can say, yeah, but he ain't had the players around him. As Nicky said earlier, if you're a good enough player, you do that yourself. You make things happen yourself. You know, it's as you said, mate. It's all about opinions. You know, we've sat here for years and doing this channel, and there's been players that some of us are like, some of us hasn't. You know, Mark Noble used to split opinions. Kevin Nolan used to split opinions. Jared Bowen split opinions when he first signed for the clubs. Thomas Souček has split opinions for fucking how many years? It happens. You're always going to get people that like players and people that don't like players. That's just the nature of the game that we're in. That's the nature of being a football fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Ben Big, one of our member for 5 months. Thank you very much for your support, Ben. Like I said, Nick is looking to start the podcast up soon, and the weigh-in is happening tomorrow. Jace will be here for the Spurs watch on, so we're going to weigh in.
And as you can see, my studio's there's gonna be all pictures on the wall here, and the slatted thing is going to be the podcast studio, which is over there. So yeah, it's just finishing up last touches of this.
Yeah. He says, can't believe how bad this season is, lads. Yeah, I don't think our expectations were higher coming into the season. I would be interested to go back and at the end of the season and watch our predictions, but mate, it's lower than how bad I expected it to be.
I think we've
Yeah,
done it.
it's been a terrible season.
Yeah, sorry, Ryan.
No, yeah, we definitely done the season review.
Yeah, we did the prediction. I have it on my computer. Shout out to Dad's Our Job TV, £2 super chat. Thanks and bye, Lucas. Keep up the great work. BS out. Cheers, mate. Yeah, and look, like I said, you don't have to be as sort of antagonistic as Nicky or as angry as Nicky necessarily, right? There's different spectrums. I get that, but you've got to say West Ham comes first before every single player, owner, manager, all of that.
Yeah, mate. Heroes come and go. We've seen it so many times over the years. Since I've been supporting this football club, I've seen players come and go. It's part of football. It happens. It don't just happen to West Ham. It happens to every single football club. So it's part of football. Unfortunately, you're going to get players that you like leave the football club.
That's it, mate. So shout out to Chris. He left a super chat earlier. Was going to say this is not a paid comment, but got my West Ham and England tops from OK Jerseys, and this quality is good. Even threw in a free pair of socks. Appreciate that, mate.
He always does. We always get them shorts and socks. I've got fucking stacks of shorts and socks here.
I know. I gave Nicky my socks because I'm like, what am I going to do with them?
Jamie wears them for football.
Yeah. So I give them. But yeah, it's a nice little touch.
I hope Chris has got a pair of shorts to wear with his football socks and shirt.
Oh God,
they are decent.
Yeah, no. So
England top. We've got one on the way. England tops, the new ones, brand new ones.
Glad. Yep, I think I've got an Ireland top coming as well. I couldn't decide on my England top. I'll get that next time. But I've got a nice one.
I've got an Ireland top. Yeah. I want turncoats here.
Turncoats. We've got turncoat. Yeah. So and shout out to better get your championship pictures ready, mate. I'll take you start that, Nick.
Yeah, championship. We'll have League One. If we go down, we'll have League Two. Don't matter.
You better get your championship pictures ready. You think you're the fucking first one that said that? Oh my God, be original, mate. You better get.
I don't mind it. Like the thing is,
the championship, boys.
Oh my God.
I'm actually ready for the championship, to be honest.
So am I. Yeah.
I'll be gutted if we stay up. I'm looking forward to it.
The championship. They need that. That should be the theme. Yeah, fuck it. We're ready for it. Yeah. So let's talk about Kante. N'Golo, that is, not our Kante. Once again, we've been linked with him by Ben Jacobs. Apparently, West Ham have made contact over a potential January move for N'Golo Kante, with inquiries made in the last 48 hours. The former Chelsea midfielder is set to leave Al Ittihad, though Fenerbahce are currently leading the race. I mean, look, unbelievable player, a player that we missed out on before he went to Leicester. He's a player that we went and signed Pedro Obiang instead of him, which I think if we got him, could have been us winning the league. And we missed out on Vardy as well because the club didn't want him for £1 million. So, yeah, I just think it's one of them ones. He's 34 years old. Unbelievable talent. Maybe an end of season fit. I don't know. Like you prime and Kante, or even 31, 30 before he went there, I'd take. But 34 years old and Kante, I'm going
to tell you this now, right? You get more work out of Kante than N'Golo Kante than anyone now. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, he'll give you
guaranteed. He'll run through brick walls.
Not for me. Not for me at all. 34 years old, been playing out there, and he'll come back. He won't be up to the level of the Premier League, I don't think now. I think go and identify someone younger.
That's the big thing for me is when a player's been playing in a subpar league, I know you've got the talent doesn't fade, but the sort of training that comes in, the muscle memory that ability of playing in the toughest league in the world, playing at that level of intensity, you miss out that for a while, you're not going to be the same as if he was playing.
It'd take someone like him 10 games to get up to scratch. We can't be doing that now. We need players that are ready to go, players that are going to come in and hopefully hit the ground running, been playing at a decent level. No disrespect to that league, but it's nowhere near. It's not even near League One level, I don't think. So, no, it's not for me. 34, he'll come in on high wages, and it'll just be another one that we'll be talking about in a few months' time, saying overpaid, fucking not fit. It's just not for me.
The thing is with it as well, is they're just short-term answers to long-term problems. That's all they are. They're short-term. They are scrapping. They are scrapping and scrambling about to try and get people through the fucking door. And it just highlights how badly run this fucking club is.
I said it in the group chat earlier in the week, like even before this deal happened, when we was talking about like Paqueta talking about potential replacements, and one that I said was Conor Gallagher. Now, if we were in a better position in the league, we might have had some sort of chance of maybe getting him. But Tottenham have got a brilliant deal there. I think 25 million for Conor Gallagher. It's a brilliant deal for them. And do you know what? They're more an attractive, even though I know they're 10 points clear of us and they haven't been great, but they're still more a fucking attractive football club than us at the moment. So it's just a shame that we ain't got that pull to maybe get to a target like that, because he would have been a great player to come in, but he ain't going to want to come in and be in a relegation battle. And you don't blame these players.
That's why winning that Forest game was so key.
Yeah, key. I said it at the time. It's going to affect our transfer window. There's players that potentially might have been thinking about coming to us that now are thinking, nah, don't fancy that.
But, 100%. But I like the idea of getting a more experienced player for that midfield. Like I say, I thought Granit Xhaka could have been the guy, but we missed out on him. But someone like that. But I think Kante, had he been playing in Germany or France or somewhere like that, and we could see him still playing.
I agree. If he'd have been playing out in Italy or something like that, and he could have come straight in, but I just don't think that the level of standard of football in them countries they're not good. I mean, they're not even, as I said, League One. That's what I compare it to. That's why like Ronaldo goes out there and he's playing at 40 years old, 41. I know he's got the body of a 25-year-old or something, but Ronaldo, when he come back to Man United, he started off well, but then he struggled towards the end, because even someone like Ronaldo, who's fit as a flea, you know what I mean? He's fucking. They all struggle. So for him to come in, I just think it'll be another signing that won't work out. I might be wrong. I'm here to be proved wrong.
Yeah.
Yes,
mate. They're just going to roll the dice now. Sam Briscoe says Zuma is a free agent. Yeah, Zuma might be a free agent, but his knees retired 4 years ago. To be honest,
I'd take Zuma with no knees over Kilman, I tell you. But yeah, do you know what? Like the thing is, and this is where we're in this position. The fact that we loaned out Alvarez just gets more ridiculous week by week by week. One of the most crazy transfer moves ever. Honestly, like what the fuck were we thinking? It baffles me. I mean, we baffled us at the time. We was all the time like, why? Why are we loaning Alvarez to Fenerbahce? Like, what's the point? This is a player that if you don't want him, you get a transfer fee for, or you keep him. And by all accounts, apparently he wanted to stay and play for the club. This is a player that wanted to stay, and we loaned him out. And the player that wants to fuck off, we're fighting tooth and nail to keep. This is why we're in the situation we're in. This is why we're in the mess that we're in.
And the thing is, well, it's like you've got another player at the football club who is fucking desperate to play, and he's not even allowed to join in training. James Ward-Prowse. Like, it's fucking crazy, the money that we're spending on these players, and you're loaning them out, sending them cheap, or not even let them fucking train.
That's what I'm saying. And I said this the other day. Someone asked me about going down and what the differences between going down now and going down back in the day was. And I just said, we've got so much money invested in people that we just can't get a return on. Alvarez, we're not going to get a good return on him. Paqueta, we're not going to get a good return on him. Ward-Prowse, we're not going to get a good return on him. Fulkrug, who, by the way, fucking went and broke his toe the other day, we're not going to get a fucking good return on him. we've got so much money invested in people that ain't worth fuck all. Kilman.
Did we get good returns on players last time we went down?
No, but
we had a lot of
people worth a bit of salt. You had a couple of people that we kept, like people like Parker, and and got in Nolan when we sold him. People that you can sort
Parker's probably the only one. But then we've got Bowen in it instead of
Parker.
Parker left. Yeah, but I'm just saying when we went down, we had him to sell
assets we could sell.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like we had assets, we had people that people wanted. Who's going to want any of these? Honestly, who the fuck would want any of these? If anyone's looking at them players and thinking that they're people that they, apart from the Bowen and maybe Fernandez, I look at the rest of them and I think to who the fuck's going to want anyone else? Well,
no, I think Wan-Bissaka was
maybe Diouf.
I think Tadibo as well.
Somerville,
no, not for me.
Do you know what? I say this on other channels, right? The way you don't rate Somerville is mad to me. Like the way you don't think that clubs will want him. Like he has been consistently, like when he plays, I think he's on the pitch. He's one of our best players. Like I
rate Somerville for his. I rate Somerville for his work rate. I just think he lets himself down sometimes. His end product, but saying that, what he done against QPR might give him a boost. Getting a goal and setting up the winner, it might give him a little confidence boost. And
he stuck it in the back of the net against Forest, and it shouldn't have been ruled out. So he found the back of the net twice, right, in a row. That's the only thing people can slate him off is his end product, right? Apart from that, his all-round play is key to what we do. Like it helps really create so much space for other players. And he also gets stuck in the defensive work, and he's pretty good at it. And having a player at that pace, so the disrespect he gets, I think, is mad to me because we feel it when he's not there. So I think if we go down, clubs will easily snap up Somerville. Easily.
He was good in the championship, though. Somebody just said that. Somerville in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'd keep him. Whether we could or not, I would definitely keep him if we went down. But so I think we've actually, when you actually break it down, we've got more quality sellable assets than we did have last time we went down, because we had a load of names coming for one big payday that were just useless, apart from Parker, who I think was a good asset.
It's where the money's invested, Dan, and where we've lost money. Alvarez, 37 million. Fulkrug, 27 million. Fucking who else we got loaned out? Who else? Ward-Prowse sitting there doing fuck all, 25 million, all on 100 and odd grand a week.
Yeah, it's just bad.
How much money got invested in him? Kilman, how much money we got invested in him? Lots of money at lots of wages. People ain't going to pay the money, and they're not going to pay the wages. We're stuck with them. There's too many of them.
Bad business all around. That's what that's the problem. Like I said this, he brought up Ward-Prowse. I said this in the group chat earlier. I think it was just honestly one of the all-time just terrible deals, whether you like him or not, to pay 30 million for a player and pay the likes of James Ward-Prowse £115,000 a week. Like whatever situation is a club, that's madness. That is absolute mad. There's no way he's ever worth that.
When we first signed James Ward-Prowse, that first season, I thought he was decent.
He was.
Assists, his goals, he started off the season well. It just started to go downhill for him a bit. And then obviously when Potter come in, it was Lopetegui, then Potter. Yeah, when Potter started playing him with players around him that weren't, you can't play them sort of players together. So I do feel a bit. So I feel sorry. I think he's been treated wrong, to be fair, by Nuno. When you read today that he's not even allowed to be involved in games in training. Like whatever's gone on, like you work in an office, you work in wherever, you don't get on with your manager, you still talk to him like because it's work at the end of the day. And for him to be frozen, and you've got to give James Ward-Prowse credit that he still turns up for training every single day, and he's still a good voice in the dressing room. From what I've heard as well, he's still, so I do feel sorry for him. I really do. I think he's been treated like shit by Nuno.
Yeah, he's a top professional, but I think because I said this to you guys earlier in the group chat, is something's there because there's no track record of Nuno doing this to other players that I'm aware of, unless people can bring that to my attention. So for him to treat Ward-Prowse like this, like there's something got to be very serious that has gone on. So I have to reserve.
He come in on day one. He come in day one, had a squad meeting, and told James Ward-Prowse like straight away, "You're not involved." Like, surely coming into a new club, it's a fresh start for everyone. Whatever's gone on,
what's happened?
I mean, yeah. What could he have done though? What seriously could have James Ward-Prowse done to Nuno to upset him that much?
I honestly I don't know, because
we're having a David Moyes and Wilfred Zaha situation going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, honestly, I'm thinking it because if Nuno had a track record for this, right, I would go, it's just Nuno being an arsehole. But here we go.
He sold him a car, drove it out of his house. Engine went kaput. He wouldn't give me his money back. That's what's happened.
What?
Yeah, it's a weird situation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because listen, as much as I say I didn't want James Ward-Prowse starting in that midfield, because I mean it was the slowest midfield of all time, Ward-Prowse, Souček, and Rodriguez. That was terrible. Still, I'd have him in the squad because he still creates some chances, right? He can create some chances. Yeah. So I think it's an option, but at the same time, even in his best period at the club, he's never ever a £115,000 player. Like, never. On his best day, like 30 mil, 115.
Well,
what?
Like Ward-Prowse, we knew he was a one-season wonder. We said it at the time. Like,
it was just a bad deal.
Yeah, it's just, again, overpaying for players that are on their last legs. Ridiculous business. Ridiculous. As I said, short term.
On his last legs, he was only 29 when we signed him, and you just happy to sign Kante at 34.
He's never been one of them players that fucking had the legs, really. You know what I mean? Like, he's never been one of them players. Good footballer.
Hang on. Can we? He was better than Beckham. Fucking not long ago.
I said he had. I said he had the traits of Beckham. I said he had
like that. Great
footballer, right? But in terms of Premier League and getting up to speed, especially with what he was playing with, he wasn't.
No, I know what you mean. And you think when he first come in that first season, he had like Kudus had just joined the club, Alvarez had just joined the club. You remember that game when we beat Brighton away 3-0 and we went top of the league that day? You know, and he scored as well, Ward-Prowse. And you looked at that squad and we just lost Declan Rice. And the players we brought in, you thought, do you know what? We're going to be all right. And that season, we did finish 9th and got to the Europa League quarter-final. So it wasn't a bad season.
Yeah, like, the thing is, thinking about it, I actually fully stand by Nuno because the fucker's not scored one single free kick for this club. And that was one of the big things we all got excited about. So keep him out, because I'm still upset about that, because I was so excited for him to come in and match and break the record of Beckham's record for free kicks, and for bloody Danny Ings to score more free kicks than fucking James Ward-Prowse. It just sums it up. That's the thing that I can't get over.
I just think that with Ward-Prowse, I mean, with what we've got, he's good enough to be on the bench at least, I think.
Yeah, like we got to. He scored a corner before.
We've got there, and I'll be honest with you, like Magassa, since that Man United game, he's been poor. Like, we could do with some, like, we've got the youth in there now. That's the thing. We went from fucking an old boy.
We just don't have two DMs, Nick. We don't have two DMs. And then if Magassa needs to be dropped, I like Magassa. We don't have to replace him. You just drop him.
I'm just saying, like,
I agree. I'm
into the young man's club now. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with Magassa. You can see he's got the potential, but the last couple of games, I mean, I think maybe he needs to be rested. You know, he might need to be dropped just for 1 or 2 games, because even against Forest, and you know, he's over it in the passes. You know, under it in them, losing the ball. Yeah, he's tracking back. He's making mistakes, but you can definitely see there's potential there with him.
Yeah, no. By the way, shout out to the West Ham women's team who are beating Newcastle 2-0 in the Women's FA Cup, by the way. So
Brilliant.
at least they're doing better. But you know, I it's weird as well, by the way, just finishing up on this Ward-Prowse thing, actually, because as I was going into the next story, it just clocked to me. Like, why haven't we heard any serious links away from the club from James Ward-Prowse? Why haven't we heard any news about, oh, there's this club are interested, or we're talking to that club, or he's could be exploring like it's just been like radio silent.
I'm going to tell you why. Because he's on too much money. Nobody's going to pay him that sort of money, right? And this is what you know. When us fans we get the ump with it, like it's not James's fault that he's not playing, right? It's not James's fault the amount of money they offered him. So if he can sit there, I think he used to get the same sort of like treatment. Do you remember Jack Rodwell when he went to Sunderland? And they went down to League One, and he was still collecting the wages and all that, and they was slating him and saying like that. He's dragging he didn't choose the fucking money that they offered him. They offered him the money and they paid him it, and he signed the contract. It's not.
Why ain't someone asking for a loan then? Like you say, he's on too much money. Clubs still come in and go, well, we'll do a loan and we'll pay part of the wages. You think the Championship club, you think the foreign club?
I think you probably will see him maybe leave at the end of the transfer window, maybe to someone on loan. Maybe he might have to drop down to the Championship just to play football. But
but it's just weird. It's been so quiet.
Jack, he said Jack Rodwell refused to fuck off from Sunderland. Yeah, well, why should he? He's getting paid. He's got a contract with the club, and they're paying him.
Yeah, it works both ways, isn't it? Because at the same time, if a club wants to say honour your contract, we're not selling you, then it's another thing. If a player wants to say, well, honour my contract, I don't want to move, then it works both ways.
I think it comes down to with football players. I know that they're on good money in that, but football is such a short career, and if they want to rather sit like not even be involved in match day squads and just get money. For me, it proves that they don't really have the love for the game. They don't want to be a football player because you can earn loads and loads of money, but money goes. You know, you have memories, win trophies. That's what you play football for. So,
look at it this way, right? You look at it this way, right? We offered Lingard a 4-year contract or a 3-year contract. Forest offered him 1. That 1-year contract was more money a year than we were paying him yearly over 4 years. He chose the 1-year contract, right? Had a shit season, didn't fit in the team, barely played, and short term, he got a bit more money over the year. Long term, fucked his career up. So that's probably the problem.
And I think he said that on that podcast the other day that it was a big regret of his, you know, and he said that there were other things involved, which we'll probably will never know about. But this is what I'm saying. Footballers make these decisions. Sometimes they're for good, sometimes they're bad. But I just it's a shame the way football goes because even with kids now, when you talk to kids about being a football player, the first thing they say is because I want to be rich. It's not the right is it? And this is where money's ruined football. It's all about what you earn now and how much you can get. Then just play for the love of the game, and that's why I think we enjoyed football back in the days because players paid for their mortgages. You know, they didn't earn as much, and I think they played for the shirt and the fans. Nowadays, they don't, and that's a fact.
If you do play for the shirt and the fans, you still earn a good wage. You still earn a lot of money. Like you ain't got to chase the top of the top early on in your career. Someone said it, Ivan Toney, just so early.
I mean, how much money? I understand that these players earn so much money, it sets up generations of their family, and I understand that. I do get that, but if you're on 190 grand a week and not even featuring, and then another club comes in saying we'll give you 100 grand a week, how could you turn that down? You're still getting 100 grand a week to do what you love. It's madness to me. I'm not in their position. I can't sit here and say that what they feel, but I just don't get that. I just really don't. It's a lot of money.
I suppose it's like anything. Like if someone said to me, "Look, I'll give you 190 grand a week," right? And then they turn around and go, "Yeah, well," because you've got to think about it. It's a job, right? When it gets to that age, it's a fucking job. Yeah. They've done the fucking hard work. They've made their way in. They've got a long contract. They're at the end of their career, right? And they go, well, 190 grand a week to do fuck all, or you can earn 100 grand a week to go and run around and fucking maybe get hurt and move your family.
Yeah, it's different if you're at the end of your career, but if you're like, you know, Ivan Toney, he wasn't at the end of his career when he went Saudi. That he still had, you know, things to achieve. He still could have gone to good clubs. Good clubs would have.
I mean, realistically, what the fuck was he going to achieve? He'd have gone to Arsenal. He'd have had a year at Arsenal, and then they would have wanted to move him on to fucking Sunderland or something.
Well, you just don't know. Well, I don't know. We can all speculate.
I think Maxwell Cornet is an example, yeah. But that's what happened. But there we go.
So let's get on to the next story. Let me just put on my blue light blocking glasses. It's after 9 o'clock. This helps with sleep. It's not some sort of fashion statement, by the way. I have to get it out because I get loads of questions. But yeah, listen, man, you got to regulate your sleep, mate. You want to get to sleep early, mate. It's a hack. It's a life.
Have a couple of glasses of large red wine, mate. That'll help you sleep.
yeah, and then fucking hangover in the next morning. But yeah, I might knock myself out that way. But yeah, Andy Irving is basically, he's got a lot of interest from clubs in England and Scotland, but Sparta Prague basically looking to do a deal there in talks with the club. Now, this is Daniel Kretinsky's club, Sparta Prague, that are looking at and trying to sign Andy Irving. Now, this makes me, there's so many instances like Chelsea do it and other clubs do it where they just swap, like, we need to offload a player, let's sell him to our other club and that will sort out the FFP. Why don't we just dump all the crap that we don't want anymore for a decent transfer fee to Sparta Prague? Give him Irving, give him Rodriguez.
Because we'll only have 2 players left.
Yeah. But we can make all these players that we want to get rid of, just fuck them off to Sparta Prague and actually pocket some money out of it, and then that's a little. Do you know what I mean? That could be our just.
I just choose to send people to Sparta Prague. They're not a fucking charity shop.
No, but they're not charity, but Kretinsky owns them and he owns West Ham. So he can say, do you know what? Let me get West Ham out of the shit, raise some money, get rid of these players off the wage books.
He's playing a very, very fucking clever game. Believe me.
Yeah. All right. So, well, what do you guys think then about Andy Irving being the subject of interest? The thing is with Andy Irving, I think there's a player there, right? Not necessarily a Premier League player, but I think I've seen some qualities in him. He's slow as you like, right? But I think he would be better. Like, he'd actually be decent in a slower league, a less intense league. I think there's some quality there, some talent there. He's just not up to the Prem. So I think he could do very well in the SPL in Scotland, maybe in the Championship, the Czech League. It will smash it. I think. I think he can do well. I just don't think he's a Premier League player.
No, I agree, mate. And yeah, he's not good enough for Premier League football. Yeah, he could go and do a job somewhere else. Yeah, good luck to him. Good luck to him in his career. He's never done anything wrong. He's done everything he's been asked to do. There's times where he's come on in games and he's not let us down. He's done the simple things. So yeah, good luck to him. I don't think you can have ill feeling towards Andy Irvine. I think the best game he ever played for us was when we played Chelsea away that time when Potter was in charge. He had a brilliant game, become a cult hero that night. And good luck to him.
Couldn't say it better myself, mate. You know what? Should we end off with looking at the Spurs game? I almost forgot about that. That is tomorrow. Big game for both teams. Huge for Thomas Frank, I think. I think if we beat him, there's a chance he could get the sack. And it's big for us because, you know, Forest are playing Arsenal, so there's a high chance they're not going to pick up any points. So it's a chance for us to close the gap. And it's a chance for us to actually show we can put in a shift and know what this game means. Like, it's everything. We beat them.
You can call it, El Sacchio, El Shitio. I think it's two teams that I think we can both look back and say we've had disappointing years. I think Spurs have even got a worse home record than us, which I don't even know how that's possible. But Spurs are good at doing is picking up good away wins. And the thing is with Spurs tomorrow, Conor Gallagher's signed, you know, and he'll probably be straight in. I think they've got no choice because they've got so many players out. But yeah, I don't really know how to call this game. You know, it could be. It's one of them games where we could either like go there. It could be a 0-0. It could be a 3-0. It could be anything like that. You know, Tottenham could beat us 4-0. We could go there and win 4-0. It's just one of them games that I can't call, and it's who wants it more. And I don't know. It's going to be difficult. You know, going to Spurs. Even when Spurs, you know, even when they're at their lowest, you know, they're still a difficult team to beat, especially for us. And you know, I don't know. It's going to be a difficult game. It's not a game I'm looking forward to watching, to be honest.
No, I don't think it's going to be a very good quality game. And I've been saying it for weeks now, but you know, if you want something to kickstart your season, this is going to be the game. You know, it could kickstart it, and if we get battered, I think that could be curtains. So it's one of them ones. You know what I mean? So, you know, it will show tomorrow because we know it means a lot to them, and we know it means a lot to us. But I think it's at that point where, you know, both teams are fucking going to be fighting to lose. Both teams. It's going to be fucking really, really fucking.
Like, yeah, it could be like that. You know, in Mike Bassett when we drew 0-0 with whoever it was, and just passing it around. And I don't know. I think Spurs are going to be going to be scared to lose it. We're going to be scared to lose it. It could be two teams just sitting off each other, and it could be one of the most boring games of football you see. But then again, you know, we beat QPR last week, and obviously I thought Tatty had a really good game, got his first goal. I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how he's gonna.
It's like the Bowen step up and all. The Bowen will know out of anyone what needs to be done there. So
huge.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I think it's about time some of the bigger players stepped up because we need them now more than ever. And if we can, you're right. If we can get a result there tomorrow, you know, it could kickstart something. You know, it could give us a kick up the arse. You know, and it gives you confidence going into the next few games. Because if you get a good win at Spurs, you've got Sunderland at home next week, who haven't been that great recently. You know, they've dropped off a bit. So it could be but then again, heavy defeat, mate. And it's
the thing is, like, this team got to show they know what a London derby is, because we haven't won a single London derby all season, and I include QPR in that because overall we did beat them, but we didn't beat them in 90 minutes. We needed extra time. It was a draw at the end of regulation time. So within an actual normal regulated period of time of football, right, in 90 minutes plus injury time, we haven't beaten a single London team this year. And this is the one out of all the London teams you want to beat. So with them, look, Conor Gallagher, I don't think that's going to be this massive difference maker that's going to fire them up the table. What he does give them is some energy in that midfield, you know, which is key, which we've lacked for in the past, which I think we've kind of got now. But he's an experienced player, so that could help them. But they don't create enough chances. Kudus is missing. So as long as we don't do anything stupid defensively, and as long as we don't give away, I know it sounds crazy to say, as long as we don't give away an abundance of corners, set pieces, because we know how weak we are on those, like, then we could potentially get something, because I do think that we do have some players there that can cause, you know, you have Somerville on the left who cause, whether you think he's great or not, he causes defenders problems. You've got Bowen, who when he's on it, like, even when he's crap, he can have that moment where he just finds on his left foot, fires away. And then Tatty, his confidence has got to be up there. So yeah, it's going to be our Nuno approach.
One of them ones where, you know, with everything that's gone on this week, and we've seen this before, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes that kick starts players up the arse, you know, kicks the players up the arse, because they think, well, he's fucking off. Like, so let's fucking, you know, let's put everything in there. We've just got to see a good performance, and it's quite possible we'll get the fucking win there. But again, a bad performance and a normal performance will get fucking battered, regardless of who they've got in their fucking team.
Yeah. No, and look, if there's any good time to try to go to Spurs and get a win, it's now, because I know they've got planned protests tomorrow with their fans. You know, they're a bit similar to us. You know, this season, their fans are not happy. We're not happy. You know, they're not happy with their manager. We're not happy with our manager. The players are shit. Our players are shit. The only thing that they've got is they own their stadium and we don't.
Yeah. But they're shit in their stadium like we're shit in our stadium. Like, So
Yeah,
that could
I
work
just
in our favour.
yeah, Richarlison being out is a big boost. Obviously, Kudus is out. They've got quite a lot of injuries, but it'd be interesting to see like tomorrow whether I know they was looking at Mavropanos to see if he's going to be back. I'm not sure how bad his injury was, but it'd be a boost to have him back because I prefer him obviously playing alongside the Debo than Kilman.
Yeah.
And obviously Wan-Bissaka's back now, which is another boost. Cole Walker-Peters maybe could move to left back. You know, that may be something that they might try. He's played there before.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to see us set up with 5 at the back. I really don't, because then as soon as I see that, I know what we're going there for, just to keep the score down.
What?
What
the fuck
West
does
Ham
that
will
mean?
be regulated for what they did. Regulate. It will be regulated. Yeah, honestly.
Who's giving you these stats anyway, Dan? You got Jarvis in them glasses or what?
What stats? What stats?
Stats that you're fucking pulling out about this fucking wins and this wins and fucking things like that. You got Jarvis.
Jarvis. Someone. What is this one you bloody starred? Dan Oswald's only Avengers Doomsday. Why?
And you see these adverts for the Avengers Doomsday.
I have, but who's he saying I am? What character like am I supposed to be from Avengers Doomsday? Cyclops. Thoughts on the FA Cup draw? Great. It's a good draw.
Great draw. Sunday lunch. It's been named for the TV as well. Saturday lunchtime. I think that's a great.
Of course it has. West Ham against the lower league team.
Listen, I like going to things. I remember we went to Shrewsbury. I could still the fucking sun still burnt the fucking stadium outline in my retina. The way
it was only what 3 or 4 seasons ago we played Kidderminster away, and it was only a Declan Rice late goal. You know what I mean?
Oh, mate. Yeah.
We're it's the magic of the FA Cup, and it's what the TV wants to see. But it's another game potentially we could win.
Is it magic when so many of these lower league teams beat us, or is it just expected?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is when like any Premier League team. I mean, you look what Macclesfield done to Palace last week. You know, non-league team beating the holders of the cup. You know, that is why we love the FA Cup, because it brings up moments like that. And you know, if we do get through the Burton tie, you know, you're in the 5th round in the FA Cup, and then if you get another good draw, you know, before you know it, you find yourself in the quarterfinals, and you start thinking, "Oh, hang on a minute, fucking hell." Yeah. So look, but it's got all the potentials for a massive banana skin if we beat Burton. That's the surprise.
I can't even. I can't even look to FA Cup games because I'm so. Like every Premier League game is do or die. Like every Premier League game is massive. So I can't even I can't look past Spurs tomorrow. It's huge. And Dino's right. If we don't get any yellows tomorrow, then we're done. Whatever result. Yeah, like you need to be, and that's the problem. These games have been too tame. There's not where's the tackles, you know, where's that fucking passion like you had with Martin Noble and he'd go and put one on a player and get in their face. And
you know what? I get that. And believe me, I love that side of the game. But I think players now are so scared that VAR are going to find something that they're too scared of getting sent off. I think that's why a lot of players now don't go to ground and don't want to put the tackles in, because unless they know they're 100% going to get that ball, if a trailing leg catches someone, they'll bring that back, look at it in slow motion, and send them off. I think that's why.
I so much enjoyed last week without VAR. I so much enjoyed it, so much more. And you see them fucking games in the week where you saw it, right? The Arsenal game, the Man City game, the goal that was given, the goal that was disallowed. It's killing it.
Do you know what I always think? And I think in the cups there should be no VAR, because if you can't have them in the early rounds, I think it's out of order to have them in the later rounds. You know,
right.
Just scrap VAR in the FA Cups and the League Cup.
Yeah. What happens if you win the FA Cup and qualify for Europe but get relegated? You're playing Europe, mate, in the Championship.
Didn't someone do that? Was it Wigan?
No. Wigan and Birmingham.
Yeah.
Wigan and Birmingham.
So... Imagine that Championship side West Ham away to Barcelona or something like that.
Yeah, and Manchester United, well, you remember it?
Yeah, fucking. There's a lot of football to play now. lot of football to play, and that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a difficult watch tomorrow. It's one of them games that I don't even want to watch, to be honest. I'd rather just see what the result is at the end and pray that we got a win. I mean, look, I'm not going to disrespect a point if we get it tomorrow, because I think a point would be a good result there. But 3 points for me would be massive, and it'll be huge. As you said, Forest have got Arsenal. But that's another game. You look at that. The Premier League is so mad at the moment that you could go and see Forest getting a result against Arsenal. They went to Liverpool and won 3-0 not long ago.
Yeah.
So
you can't rule out any results. You can't rule out anything, and that's why you can't sit there and go, "Oh well, Forest are playing Arsenal, so we'll be all right." No, you got to just assume that they're gonna win their game.
Just get your
in my work, we do these, like, you have to predict the scores and that for the Premier League for each week. And today I was filling it out. I got the West Ham Tottenham. I left it and I've done all the rest. And I sat there and I thought, in my head, I was thinking 1-1. I'm going to go for 1-1. And as I writ the 1 for Tottenham, I writ 2 for West Ham. And I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going for it.
Is that your? So is that, because I was about to get to that round up for predictions. Is that what you're going for? 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck it. Why not? Why not?
Shout out to my mate Deji Spurs. I was on his channel and I did say 2-1. I was so tempted to go to 1-0, but there's just nothing that makes me. There's nothing that makes me believe that we can get a clean sheet. Like, I've just refused to believe it because I don't see it. So I've said 2-1 as well. So I'll stick to it. It's going to be crap game, but I don't know why I'm confident. I don't know why I hate being confident because it makes me uneasy, but I'm confident. So I'm going to say 2-1.
I'm going to say 2-2. A bit of a Desmond.
From what I've seen of, like, a lot of Spurs fans on podcasts and that this week, they're not confident. You know, I think some of them actually want to lose so that Thomas Frank can get the sack.
Give us a
as
point.
I said, it's a game that I don't care what anyone says. It's a game what both sets of fans don't want to lose. So
I don't like losing.
It's going to be edgy. I'm hoping for I'll take a 3-2 thriller. I'll take a 4-3. I don't see that, but it's what we need Somerville to have a Ravel Morrison moment tomorrow.
Yes. Bowen, step up, score some goals, mate.
Or Tatty.
Yeah, now's the time.
And I'll be there.
Yeah. Enjoy, mate. We will be back. Obviously, me and Jason will be doing the watch along, so look out for that. Probably doing it if Ryan's about. We'll do the instant match after.
Yeah. I'll be about, mate. Hopefully, we're talking about a win, please.
Yes.
Please.
How nice would that be? So yes, do check that out once again. Thank you to OK Jerseys for sponsoring the channel.
Go and check them out. Loads of new shirts in there, man. I was looking at them the other day. Loads of new shirts.
Shirts.
Yeah.
Code Nicky for 10% off. It's 15 quid shirts. okjersey.com. So check that out. You get loads of retros, some new stuff, internationals coming up. It's AFCON. I wonder if they might do something.
If you're a Spurs fan, peeking in, go and have a look. They've got Spurs ones as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they do. So yeah, good quality, as Chris said earlier. So yeah, brilliant. Good show, lads. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see who's in that team and who's not in that team. Very interesting. And let's just hope we fucking win. Come on, West Ham, win.
I have to do a video for the lineup tomorrow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, everyone. Well, listen, enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good one, and let's hope we'll see you tomorrow and see West Ham win. One thing left to say. Come on, you Lions.